Algebra 2 guys, it's Mr. Sokol again. I'm just going to go through with you graphing inequalities to show solutions, and it's actually quite simple. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with simple ones here. X is less than 1, and that just means everything to the left of this graph, right? So the best part about this is I get to show you how to graph. You know, the most important thing is showing you how to graph inequalities, right? If it has the equal sign, then it's a solid line. If it does not have the equal sign under it, it's just less than, then we're going to graph a dotted line. So x is less than 1. So it's at the 1, you put a dotted line there all the way down. Oh God, this is going to take forever. I apologize for how long this takes. And then what I want to do is I want to show that this graph is everything in here, everything to the left, right? Because that's less than, everything less than 1. Okay, well, the next one is almost as easy, right? Almost as easy. This one says y is greater than or equal to -1. Okay, well then that's, as opposed to this vertical line here, that's going to be a horizontal line, and it's a solid line right here at -1 on the y-axis, right? Oh, I forgot to change the color. Sorry about that. Let me change that color. I thought I did. Let's just try this color. -1. Okay. Let's see if that worked. Ta-da! There it is. There's that line. And so it's a solid line, whereas this was a dotted line. You can sort of see the dotted line there. This is a solid line. And now we're going to graph everything greater than that. Everything above that line is a solution, right? So I can just sort of scribble in here and scribble across here, scribble across here. And remember, it's everything above this line. So what is it that's a solution? All right, well, I'll see if I can outline it here. It's everything in here, right? Everything in there, right? And that's, all these things would be a solution. And does it work? Sure, let's pick a point. Let's pick a point of -1, +1. Okay, well, is -1 on the x-axis, is that less than +1? Yeah, it is. Is +1 on the y-axis, is that greater than or equal to -1? You bet your life. So that does work as one of the many solutions of this inequality. So let's do something that's just a little bit more complex. Again, we have a pretty simple one here. We have y is less than or equal to -4x. So I'm going to graph this. I'm going to use something dark. Maybe I'll use the black for it. I'm going to make a dot here. And I'm going to go down 4 and over 1. That's negative, right? And then, like I said before, I can cheat. I can go up 4 and back 1. Right? And now I have my dotted, I'm going to make my dotted line. And I apologize because it's not super straight. It's hard to make that straight line without making it solid. There's my dotted line, and I want to shade everything that's underneath that line. Everything that's underneath that line. There we go. We shade down here, shade down here, shade down here. There we go. Everything underneath that line, underneath the line, underneath the line. Okay, so everything over here. Now, we have something here that we can create, and this is a solid line, right, because it's got the equal sign, so it'll be easier to draw this picture. But I want to start at the y-intercept, which is -2, right? Because it's already in slope-intercept form, right? And then it has a slope of 3, so every time I go up 3, I go over 1. And then I go up 3 and over 1. And like I said, because it has an equal sign, I can create a solid line, which is so much easier to draw. I think if I do it just like this, I could probably get it to work, right? Yay. Right? Now, here we go. I'm going to shade in orange everything above this line. Oh, get rid of this guy. All right, so da 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 da. So everything. Let's see if I can use a darker color to show it. Everything within this region is a solution to that set. Cool? Okay. And that makes sense. Sound good? All right. So we'll move on. It's easier if you use highlighters. I don't have any highlighters handy. What do I want to do? Well, I want to, put these in slope-intercept form, right? Or what I would look at as slope-intercept form. So for this one, I'm just going to subtract x from both sides, right? Minus x, and I'm going to rewrite it up here as -y, and I'm going to leave it at -y for right now because there's something super important. -x plus 4. Right? I don't want -y. I want positive y. So I'm going to divide everything by -1. Well, I have a problem, right? I have a problem with this inequality symbol. If I divide over an inequality symbol by -1, I have to change the inequality symbol to face the other way, right? So now y is greater than or equal to x minus 4. That's one of them, right? So that's one of the inequalities I'm going to graph. And then let's go ahead and rewrite this. I'll use some space out here. I'll do the whole thing out here. 2x plus y is less than 4. Okay, well, I'm going to subtract 2x from both sides. That goes away. I can't put these together because they're not like terms. So I have y is less than -2x plus 4. Cool. All right. So I have a second inequality here. This is almost the big deal, right? So I'm going to use, because I'm already in this color right now, I'm going to make a dot at 4, right? I'm going to go down 2 and over 1, and down 2 and over 1. And I'm going to make a dotted line. This one's a little bit easier to do because it's only got a slope of -2. So I can, it was almost good. It was good for a while. All right, so now I want to say everything less than that is a solution. So I'm going to shade way out here. Everything underneath that line. Sound good? Okay. Now, I'm going to take a look at that first one, go back to that wicked color over here, and I'm going to make my solid line, but it starts at -4, and it's got a slope of 1, so this is so super simple. It's so simple that I'm not even going to bother with the line. I'm just going to do my best to draw a straight line, and it was pretty close to a straight line, but because we changed that inequality symbol, now we're shading everything above the line, right? Everything above the line. And what is double shaded? This area in here, right? And those are my solutions to my, I would say that this area, all in here is my solution to this system of inequalities. Cool? That's great. All right, let's go to the last part. The last part says, give me the coordinates of the triangle created when you graph these bad boys, okay? And I'm just going to rewrite this one simply for you. Y is less than or equal to negative x plus 2, right? Everybody knows you just subtract x from both sides, and then you got y is less than or equal to negative x plus 2. And we're going to graph all of these guys, and they all have equal signs. So x is greater than or equal to negative 2. I'm going to use, let's use this color here, and we're going to create a line, and it is a vertical line at negative 2. So I start there, I go there, right? And it says everything greater than that, so we're going to shade everything to the right of it, right? That's everything to the right of it. Right, now we're going to talk about y is greater than x minus 2. All right, this has a slope of positive 1, and it starts at negative 2. So let's give this, let's make it green. What the heck? So it starts at negative 2, go up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1, and I can use my line doohickey. So go right through here, right up here, right through here. There's my solid line, and we're talking about greater. So everything, oh, sorry about that. Everything above that line would be shaded, right? So far I have double shaded stuff, but I'm not really looking for that. I'm looking for the coordinates of the triangle. So right now I have an intersection right here. Right, so that's going to be one of my coordinates of my triangle, and that is negative 2, negative 4. Right, that's one of the points of my triangle. And then when I graph this, I'm going to have my other 2 points. And I know it's in yellow right now, but you won't be able to see it so well. So I'm going to use this darker blue to do it. It starts at positive 2. It has a negative 1 slope, right? And I'm going to go ahead and create a straight line. I think this is it, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that's the one. All right, so now I have an intersection here. Oh, sorry about that. Let me try that again. I have an intersection here, and I have the last intersection here of my triangle. So this is my super shaded region in here. It's got 3 different colors. This is my triangle. I have one coordinate pair way out here at negative 2, positive 3. I have the other one I already wrote down as negative 2, negative 4. And then I have this one here that's at positive 1.5 or 3/2. And then negative 1/2, right? And if I put those in, that's what I would get out. It's pretty easy to see. And that's how you do it. You just find where these lines intersect, and they create a triangle that is triple shaded in here. And then you tell me what those coordinates are, and that creates those boundaries. All right, and that's it. Any other questions? Please always feel free to come see me. Thanks for your time.